What's up, guys? We're back in the garage doing some more work on the freaking Can-Am Renegade. That machine's behind you guys. You'll see her in a minute, but we got our colored parts from Sportbike Powdercoating. Huge thanks to Herb Willis at Sportbike Powdercoating. You can see the neon yellow. This is all of the Cecco racing parts for the Can-Am. We have the bulldozer front bumper, which is going to look freaking mean. It also has a sweet number plate that will go right in the front of it. We did this yellow. Not a big deal. It's going to get covered with a sticker, but it's fine. We have the intrusion bars, so this will sit in the back of the quad. Also neon yellow, pretty cool. We do need to get a number plate for the back of this. We'll have to figure that out, get that. We do have the water pump skid plate, which is a nice cool product right here. It goes like that on the underneath the machine. This already came black, so we're going to keep it black. You're not really going to see it. We also have the rear fender supports. I showed you guys this stuff before, so these are sweet. And then this is just the mounting bracket for the bulldozer bumper. So we're going to get the quad ready. We're going to take everything off of it, the old bumper, all that stuff, get it ready to go. And we're going to throw this stuff on the quad, so let's go. All right, guys, so we're going to start with the water pump skid plate. There's the hardware right here. It's basically 3 nuts and bolts. You will have to remove your footwell and the footwell bracket. So we have the footwell there, and the bracket is, I don't even know what I did with it. Oh, the bracket's right here. All right. So that's like 8 bolts to get that off. Pretty easy. You got 2 on the rear fender. You have 2 on the front fender, and then you have 4 that are actually down on the frame. And then you also have your foot peg. That's another 2 bolts. So I'll show you guys how to put this in. All right, guys, so once you get all that stuff off, this part is actually going to slide into the footwell. There is a notched hole where you can actually stick in this bolt first. All right, so you're going to take the little one that's going to stick right in here, and then you can slide the peg in. You might have to just lower it a bit because the engine is a little tight to the foot peg bracket. So we'll just kind of hold it with our finger, and then we'll get it in there. So now I got that up. I'm going to use the little 10mm nut for that one. Just get it started. Oh, whoa. Definitely tight working quarters in here. Alright, got started. We can give it a couple turns with our wrench. Can't quite fit it under there yet, so I just have to use the open end wrench. Now his instructions do say you may have to take off your skid plate. I think we can sneak the inside bolt in without taking off the skid plate. I think we can get it if we get some needle nose pliers. Yep, we got it. That's good and tight. Finally tightening up. Pretty good. Just with those 2, it's really solid. But we do just got to finish tightening this little 10mm one that's on top. I'm going to have to just do this with the open end wrench. You can't fit the ratcheting side between the bolt and the engine. We'll get this nice and tight. Oh, that's pretty good. That ain't going anywhere. Alright, what you guys see, the finished product. So there it is. There's your water pump. There's this nice skid plate. It goes right up around the front like that. And then you can see the two bolts on the inside of the foot peg bracket. And then you got this one on top. And it's solid. It's going to stop rocks and all that kind of stuff. So we'll get this stuff back on and then we'll move on to the bumper. Alright guys, we're going to move on to the front bumper. First thing we need to do is install the mounting plate. It's pretty easy. So basically you have 5 nuts and bolts. So you have 2 down here, alright, and then you have 2 up here, and then you have 1 that goes across this little bracket on the front fender, kind of like that. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this one in first, just to kind of have the thing hold it. It's actually kind of easy doing it that way, at least from just looking at it quickly and taking off the old one. Alright, so we'll kind of leave it loose, and then we'll kind of tighten it up once we get everything else in place. Alright, and then you can kind of just push it right into place, and you can see, right, like that. So then there's 2 larger bolts that are gonna go on the top. So right there, that's the larger one. These are the smaller ones that go on the bottom. So the best thing to do is just drop the bolt in kind of inside the frame, and then it will drop right into the hole of the bracket. It'll give you a washer and a nut, so you can kind of just pop that in and just tighten it. And just keep it loose, but just get it on there so it holds it. Alright. And we'll get the other side. This side is tricky. I'm gonna move you guys over here just for a minute. So we'll just put the nut inside the frame a little easier that way. Yeah, a little easier that way. I guess you could go either way, even on the other side, although I might have a hard time fitting. See what size socket this is. Might be a 19. Yep, that's a 19. We'll kind of just back it out and touch. Show you guys this once I get out of the way. And we got it on there. Just give it a couple of turns. Alright, so that's on there. So what's nice about this setup is this mounting bracket allows you to remove the bumper without having to touch that as well. So it's definitely a nicer setup. All right, so we just flip this one around, put the bolt in that way, got the nut on there, and now we just gotta get the 2 bottom ones. So the 2 bottom ones, basically the same deal. The bolt will go in through the bottom. There's one. I will get the washer and the nut on this one just to hold it, because I'm going to have to probably yank on the other side. Alright, so then here's my other one. Alright, so there's that one. Alright, so we got everything in. Now we can tighten it all up. These were 17 up top. I'm going to start with the bottom ones. Those are our 13. Let's see what the nut is also a 13. All right. And this even adds as a whole another skid plate. It gives you, geez, almost a 1/4 inch of solid steel under this, plus your regular skid plate, which is nice. So now we will tighten the top ones. The top ones I'm gonna have to do with a ratchet. Those nuts are 17 millimeter, and the bolt is actually 19 millimeter head. So I'm just using my finger inside the frame to hold the bolt. It's actually not spinning, it's tightening up, which is good. All right, get the other side. I'll give you guys a close-up after too once I'm done. So that one I'm gonna have to try to hold, because that one is spinning. So let me see if I can get it with a screwdriver. Yep, there we go, she's tightening. Alright, now we just got to tighten up the bolt that is on our fender bracket mount. That's just an 8. I can hit that with the gun. Alright, so that mount is on. I'll show you guys a close-up. Alright, so you can see one bolt there, same thing on the other side. One there, I just flipped it because I was able to drop it in. And then you got the 2 on the bottom, one there, and then you got the fender support right there. So the bolt just goes through right there, and that's that. So now we can move on to the bumper. All right guys, so we're gonna do the bumper. This is actually really, really easy. It's just 4 nuts and bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I said, this is actually a sweet setup to remove this for cleaning or maintenance. It's, instead of having to take this whole mounting plate off, you can just remove the bumper, gain access to whatever you need to in the front, and then put it back when you're done. This bumper is sweet, so sweet. So basically we got 4 nuts, 4 bolts, and 4 washers. We'll try to get one ready and try to get one on here to hold it. We'll just put it on there loosely for now. Alright, that's one. With this bottom one, that'll stop it from turning. Woo, the friggin' neon yellow looks so freaking good. I love it. Alright, I got that one on. Last one, then we can tighten her up. Alright, so the bolts are actually Allen heads, and I believe the washers are 13, yep, so the nuts, I should say, the nuts are 13 millimeter, and then the Allen heads look like a, let me see, I want to say a 6, yep, so it's a 6. So 6 millimeter for the Allen heads. Grab a 13 millimeter open end wrench. Crank them good. That's one side. Woo, the thing looks sweet. So sweet. All right, that thing is installed. We're gonna have to probably modify our skid plate only because it comes way up. I actually do have another skid plate coming, which probably will fit better. So this thing goes like that. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to modify this. I'm gonna have to cut it. So definitely gonna have to do something like that. I'm gonna have to cut it so it just sits under this bumper, and then maybe drill one hole in that to mount it. So we'll mess with that after. And actually we might wait because we should have the new skid plate in soon. So I'm gonna check on that. And then maybe we don't have to mess with this one, but I would like to ride this weekend, so we will see. So I'll show you guys close up. So there's our 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see the nuts on the inside. And then now we're just gonna put our number plate on. All right, we'll get the number plate on. It's pretty easy. You got 4 mounting holes and 4 nuts and bolts. They're all looks to be 10mm. So we'll get one started. Can't wait to get some graphics on this bad boy. And it's really gonna look so sweet. There's one. And actually, I have to say, this actually will protect the radiator a little better, which is kind of nice. I do have that guard I'm going to put on it, which I'm probably going to have to take this all off again to get to that. Pretty sure I got to take the plastics off for that, so but that's a project for another day. Try to get the rest of this stuff on, and that'll be it for this video. Alright, so we'll tighten those up. I don't know, I might have an old 410 number plate I could throw on here just for shits and giggles. What do you guys think? Maybe drop in the comments what you guys think. All right, so that is the Bulldozer front bumper from Cecco Racing. Wow, I mean, just that little bit of yellow, like, really looks freaking good. I like it. Definitely like it. You guys think? All right, so let's do the fender brackets next. Those will be easy. All right, so that's these guys. I'm going to swap these out with ones from Cecco, so we'll do those next. All right, guys, so these are very, very easy. 13mm bolts. Line up the holes, get your bolts started, and then you can tighten them up. So I like how these come out. They extend a little farther than the ones that are on here. It's just going to help. Definitely going to help when you get mud buildup on the plastics. They won't bend over. So that's friggin' sweet. That's really sweet. All right, let's go do the other one, then we'll give you guys a close-up. All right, we are on the other side. So look, this is what this is gonna solve right here. I like these a lot, and he's got a little rubber grommet up on top, so the metal won't rub against the plastic. Actually, I think that is a freaking 12. Actually, turn these so the grommet sits pretty flat. I'm gonna check the other side. So these are very straightforward, guys. We'll give you a close-up. So 2 bolts right there. These are actually number 12 millimeter heads, and you can see the rubber right there. So check it out. That's gonna support these things during a mud race, keep them good. There's the other one right here. All right, so now it's for the last product, the intrusion bars back here. Let's get those on next. All right, guys, so for the rear intrusion bar, we had to remove the lower differential bolt on the bottom of the frame right here. That guy went ahead and did that. So for this, we will have to drill 2 holes on this upper bar mount and then bolt it to there. So we'll get this in place, and then we're gonna have to make some marks and then drill it. Definitely this other plate kind of is in the way of this thing. I might have to cut that. Oh, actually, no, it's going. Let's see if I can get it through. All right, so we got that through. That's not bad. We won't tighten this yet. I'm gonna get a clamp. Get these loose. Don't be too much by this side. I'll tell you what. I might just order a new one of these. Definitely would be cool if all this was yellow, but that's for another time. All right, so why don't we, oh, I can unloosen these. So let's do those. That looks like a 10. Really moving a lot. What that does, I think I'm just going to make some marks and drill it, and then see if we bolt it in, if it pulls down a little bit. I don't think it's going to. This is definitely, you can see this is bent up a little bit. So, okay, let's make some marks, and we're going to just make this as even as I can. You can see the freaking marks. Now, I don't think nut certs are going to work very well, only because of how far off this thing is. So I think I'm just going to drill it. I'm going to drill it right through and find some long nuts and bolts, and I think that's the way to go. Hopefully I can just drill this as straight as possible. That's pretty good. Pretty good too. All right, so we'll open these up, open these holes up, and we'll try it, see what happens. Otherwise, maybe I will get a new piece for this. I think that might just friggin' work. All right. I don't know how far I'm gonna be able to pull it, but we'll try. It's actually pulling it in pretty good. I didn't think I was going to pull them this far. All right, we'll get the other one out and swap it. All right, we'll tighten these up. See how much of that gap we can get rid of. It's actually pretty damn close to being against that upper grab bar. About 1/8 of an inch away. I can live with that. That's actually not bad at all. It is a little bent. It's pulled up, but it's fine. I think it's fine. All right, so we need to tighten up the factory bolts. Can't forget that. It's not horrible. You guys can see just how much protection this adds. It's great. If somebody does rear end you, it's added protection for your pipe and for the differential area down low. So this thing is it's like working on a little truck. So I'll give you guys a close-up of this. This thing is done. We just need, like I said, we're gonna need a number plate back here. Probably just zip tie it, maybe right there. So this is sweet. You can see I do have a little bit of a gap there. This is bent. You can see it kind of goes up. A little less of a gap there, but this is fine. This ain't going friggin' anywhere. So you can see the lower mount. You can see the bolts I drilled right there, right there, right there, right there, and that's it. Freaking looks sweet. All right, guys, we'll give you a look at everything. There is the bulldozer bumper. Then there is the water pump skid plate. Friggin' sweet. Rear fender brackets. Awesome. Freaking awesome. Look at those things. We got that one. And then we got that one. And then we have the rear intrusion bars, which is awesome. So once again, a huge thank you to Rick at Cecco Racing, and then another huge thank you to Herb Willis at Sportbike Powdercoating, and thank you guys. I will leave both their links in the description. If you guys want some parts powder coated, or you want some Can-Am parts, or even Yamaha parts, check both of those guys out. They will take care of you. Make sure you tell them I sent you. We will show you in the next video. We're going to do this radiator guard right there. And we did talk to HMF today. Another 2 to 3 weeks we should see the exhaust for this thing, so definitely cannot wait to get that. We are going to go ahead and order our graphics this week, so we should have those. Those will probably be a month or two out because I'm sure those guys are super busy. Besides that, we need to do the hand guards, the power mat hand guards. We got to swap the tires, and we'll try those things out right there. But as far as that goes, we are in pretty good shape on this build so far. Just a few things left, so definitely excited. Definitely cannot wait to ride this thing with the new tires and the exhaust for sure. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Make sure you give me a thumbs up in this video. Drop me some comments, let me know what you think. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next one. All right, peace.